The following is a special presentation of the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the AHSAA Radio Network.
For over a decade, it's the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, with all the scores, highlights, and commentary from our team of experts around the state. From the mountains to the Gulf Coast, nobody covers high school football like we do. Presented by the Alabama Community College System, Jacksonville State University, Central Alabama Community College, Southeastern Land Group, Russell Dewitt Centers, the Alabama Department of Transportation, Southern Union State Community College, and the Alabama National Guard. Now, let's talk football. It's the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show from the AHSAA Radio Network.
Welcome into the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Man, that got here fast. Like, just all of a sudden it was 10 o'clock, and here we are.
Yeah.
Jay Jeffcoat, Luke Robinson with you again tonight. Thank you for being here across our network of radio stations and TV and online outlets as well. We are set for 2 hours of great high school football to talk about. Region play in full effect, Luke.
It is in full effect, and there were some games tonight that ended up much differently than I thought they would have.
Some games tonight that are going to end up differently than a lot of people think they would, and some games tonight, you know, we get this, once you get into region play, you're going to have teams that are rebuilding or young, and you're going to get some lopsided scores. Those happen this time of year too, and usually as the season goes on, that all kind of levels out, and we see what's going on there. But we're going to talk about all of them tonight. We got a great lineup of games. We're going to get bird's eye views on. We have a top 7 matchup in 7A we're going to talk about tonight in good old Region 2. We've got a nice top 5 matchup in 2A that we're going to talk about later on as well. So those games and a lot more coming up, along with all the scores that we can pump out over the course of 2 hours. That's what we're going to do as we go forward tonight. We'll also have our Spotlight segment. Ben Thomas with AL.com is going to join us here in just a little bit. Interesting game tonight with UMS Wright, right?
Yeah, UMS Wright's always fun to talk about too.
Yeah.
They've always got a good squad, it seems like, and they had a real interesting one tonight.
We're going to talk with Ben Thomas about that in a little bit, and specifically, what I want to know from Ben is like, because people in the state of Alabama, Nick Saban retired 2 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. Last year, Terry Curtis retires.
Yeah.
How different is it going to cover a UMS Wright game without Terry Curtis on the sideline?
It is so unique because you can't help, as a fan of UMS Wright or even just a fan of high school football in Alabama, to be like, well, how would Terry Curtis have done it? Even
Right.
if you win, it's
Right.
like, well, Terry wouldn't have beaten them that bad because he would have had more respect. And then if you don't beat them enough, it's Terry would have made sure those boys
Would have beat
play
them
1
worse.
through 4 quarters,
Yeah.
And so there's no way to win.
And UMS right now is going through a little bit of a change because new coach they hired comes over from Mississippi, younger coach, more wide open offense, throws the ball around the field a little more than Coach Curtis was fond of doing. So it's a difference in philosophy too, I would imagine, for the players and the fans. That takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Look, I can tell you right now, as an Alabama fan, it has gotten very difficult to get used to some of the things that are happening in Tuscaloosa.
Either way, we're going to talk about that game and a whole lot more as we get through the scores going on tonight, and Ben Thomas is going to join us here very shortly. I do also want to tell you that we've got scores on the 4s all night long, and it's time for that now. Brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Luke, I am going to let you give us potentially the shortest scores on the 4s ever.
Okay, well, you may say them.
The Thursday night score.
Should I say them very slowly?
No.
Okay.
We've made some extra time.
Great. Okay, these were Thursday night scores. First of all, we're going to have North Jackson defeating St. John Paul II Catholic 61-21. In 6A, it was Hartselle over Columbia 63-0. In 4A, Cleburne County 29, Talladega 8. In 2A, North Sand Mountain 34 and Cedar Bluff 6. And Chickasaw loses to Washington County 35-21.
And that is Scores on the 4s, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Ben Thomas from AL.com joins us for Inside the AHSAA. That's next on the AHSAA Radio Network.
World-class training, state-of-the-art equipment, a modernized force for an ever-changing world. outpacing our rivals, supporting our allies. No matter if it's today or tomorrow, we will guard it all.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU-SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
No, wrong! Bring it in, guys! Take a knee! Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola gonna give real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt?
Coke Zero Cola.
Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste! 0 calories!
Hey Tiger Nation, it's Coach Etheridge here, reminding you to buckle up on your way home after the game tonight and every time you get in a car. Seatbelts save lives, so buckle up every time, no exceptions. We want to keep the Tiger Nation strong.
This has been a message from the Alabama Department of Transportation with Drive Safe Alabama, reminding everyone to always buckle up to and from the games and don't text and drive.
I wish that people got less excited about celebrities and more excited about people like teachers and firemen. You know, folks who make a difference every day. Well, I bet you had a favorite teacher or a family member who was helped by a first responder. Life Insurance offers these everyday heroes a little something extra, like discounts to help those who help others.
If you're a teacher, preacher, first responder, active military, a state or federal employee, see what Alpha can do for you.
It's time for Inside the AHSAA, brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation, who reminds you to drive safe and buckle up, Alabama. And joining us now for Inside the AHSAA is Ben Thomas of AL.com, who writes about high school sports there. Ben, how you doing this fine week?
I'm doing pretty good, JJ. I hope you're doing well.
Very well. Look, let's get into a game down in your neck of the woods tonight, because I know it's got to be a little different for you. As long as you've been down there on the Gulf Coast covering UMS Wright without Terry Curtis. But they've got a big game.
It's a lot different. Yeah, I mean, Terry, you know, when I first, when AL.com made the changes to go kind of away from the printed newspaper and on to online, and I got to, they put me in the position of covering high school sports down here. You know, the first advice that some of my friends, Mike Herndon and Josh Bean, gave me was, there's a couple people you need to get to know. The first is Terry Curtis. And so I did get to know Terry Curtis. Of course, he was at UMS Wright for 26 years, won 8 state titles there, won, I think, a total of 361 games, not all at UMS, but that's what he retired with. And he retires at the end of the year, still the president of Central Board, by the way, and he'll finish his term there. But he retires, and UMS hires Sam Williams, comes in, young guy. I wouldn't have known him, you know, if he walked up to me before he was hired at UMS Wright, but a young coach from Mississippi. And the interesting thing about this situation is, JJ, Coach Williams' style is about on as far on the opposite side of the spectrum as you can get from Coach Curtis' style. Coach Curtis effectively was a physical, you know, one of those, they taught a physical approach, run dominated. You know, we're going to run it right at you. We're going to run, and then we're going to throw a post pattern on you when you're not expecting it. Sam Williams comes in, and he brings a we're gonna go as fast as we can. We're gonna try and snap the ball every 7 or 10 seconds. We're gonna pass it a lot, and we're gonna keep you off balance. And so far, that seems to have worked pretty well. Whether it works tonight against the number 1 team in the state in Viger, we'll see. But it's definitely different without Coach Curtis. He's thankfully still active. I still talk to him. But I like Sam Williams as well, and I think he's going to do a good job at UMS Wright.
There are a plethora, if you want to refer to it as such, of big-time 7A games tonight. I know this 7A top 10 has been shaken up, and we're going to get another shake-up this week.
Well, I tell you, my picks were about as bad last week as they've ever been. I picked James Clemens to beat Bob Jones, and Bob Jones was never really even close. Bob Jones killed him. Same thing with Enterprise and Dothan. I picked Enterprise, and Dothan ran over them for about 600 yards and 10 touchdowns. Dothan goes to Central Phoenix City tonight. They're the number 1 team in 7A, so they can make another huge jump. If that happens, Auburn gets Enterprise. It seems like every week we have some huge 7A games around the state. James Clemens plays Huntsville, and of course the big one in Birmingham area, Hewitt, Trustful, and Hoover. Hoover trying to rebound from a upset loss last week to Hillcrest Tuscaloosa. Hewitt Trustful coming in 3-0 after a big win over Vestavia Hills. So they could really put the hurt on Hoover if they win that game tonight.
I was taking a look this week at some of the stories, and I'm every year, I think for the last 2 or 3 years, I'm getting more and more surprised, and maybe I shouldn't be anymore, at the growing popularity of the girls' flag football in the state. It really seems to have taken off with the fans and the families and the kids and the parents around the state.
It's a pretty cool sport, JJ. We've seen it take off in the 4 or 5 years. I think last year was the first sanctioned championship, but they'd had a couple of championships before that were not officially sanctioned by the AHSAA, but now it's a sanctioned sport. Central Phoenix City was the national champion last year, undefeated season for them, and they look good again this year, even though they lost a bunch of people. But yeah, it's I think the number of teams participating has really doubled. I don't know what that total is exactly right now, well over 100, I think, maybe. But it's a fun sport. We're doing a lot more with it on AL.com. We're doing a weekly ranking, player of the week, and a roundup, and people are liking it. So yeah, it's a good sport. It gives girls who don't play volleyball, which is or maybe run cross country, which are the other fall sports, something else to do, and people are really enjoying it.
No doubt. Ben Thomas with us from AL.com for Inside the AHSAA. Ben, let's have a great week of games and get ready for next week.
That sounds great, JJ. I'll talk to you then.
That's Inside the AHSAA, brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation, who reminds you to drive safe and buckle up, Alabama. Thanks again to Ben Thomas for joining us every week here on our Inside the AHSAA segment. And I am kind of, every week, of course, I probably read more about high school football than anyone I know, anyway, during the course of the week. And the amount of coverage on the flag football thing is really amazing to me how it's increased.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got to say, at first, when it first happened, you're probably thinking, but it can be a thing, and some of the girls, man, they've got some really athletic girls that take this pretty seriously, and what a great outlet for them to be able to have for those who love the sport. What a smart move by the powers that be. The NFL really sort of kicked a lot of this off, so that it keeps interest among the female fans.
Those girls will be football fans for the rest of their life.
Exactly. They'll be able to tell their kids, hey, I remember I played, wide receiver for the whoever's. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a smart idea.
Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Let's get into the 7A scoreboard, Luke.
Okay. Shock me if you've heard it. Central Phoenix City, they win big over number 7 Dothan, 56-28. It was number 2 Thompson, 41. Oak Mountain, nothing. Little surprising on that score.
A little bit.
Okay. I mean, just Thompson's good, but I didn't know they'd shut out Oak Mountain. Okay. Number 3, Hewitt Trustful. They get a win at Hoover. Number 8, Hoover. And Hewitt Trustful wins it 17-14. Number 4, Mary Montgomery over Robertsdale, 37-0. Number 5, Vestavia Hills. They keep rolling as they defeat number 9, Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, 42-24. They had a big lead. Hillcrest made it look better late. Number 6, Auburn 23, Enterprise 7. It was number, 10, Opelika against JAG, and Opelika wins 59-20.
All right, some other scores now around the 7A classification, where Prattville defeats Tuscaloosa County 49-7. It was Daphne over Foley 38-7. Fairhope defeats Davidson 35-14. Carver Montgomery over Smith Station 47-0. Austin over Florence 34-6. James Clemens over Huntsville 31-14, and Alma Bryant defeats Springville 71-7. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Thank you, men and women, for your service and for your sponsorship. When we come back, we're going to talk about that Central Phoenix City game and get our first bird's eye view of the Red Devils this year with Jason Sasser. He's next on the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762. or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
At Medicine Express, we're dedicated to the idea that quality pharmacy care means more than just prompt prescriptions. When you come to Medicine Express, you can count on dependable care from knowledgeable pharmacists and their friendly staff. You can fill your prescriptions quickly and easily at our drive-thru, or while you wait, you can even browse for inspirational gifts and items that you won't find anywhere else, like Praise Him apparel and the History of Alabama books, all at Medicine Express on Airport Drive in Alexander City, 256-215-8014. Medicine Express, we're your part of our family.
Extra, extra! The referral perks just doubled at Dixie. Now through November 30th, get $50 for you and $50 off for your friend when you refer them to Dixie. That's a $100 value. Current Dixie customers get 10% off any repair just for being loyal. Dixie Cares Plan members get an unbeatable 20% off. Plus, you can finance anything over $250. Double the rewards, double the savings.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Jay and Luke with you as we go now to the Southeastern Land Group Hotline. Going to talk to our buddy Jason Sasser. He is the voice of the Central Phoenix City Red Devils on the NFHS Network, where they had a big win, 56-28 over number 7 Dothan tonight. Jason, how are you?
I'm great, guys. Thank you.
All right, listen, I don't know what to say except Central Phoenix City does what we've gotten very accustomed to last however long I've been doing this show. 56-28. Were you expecting a score like that?
No, honestly, no. I mean, we're looking at a Dothan team that put up, 69 points last week. And, I mean, me and my broadcast partner were talking about, being concerned about this one. But Coach Nix clearly had them ready. Coach Tony Hatmaker's our defensive coordinator, and he dialed up a plan that worked pretty great against their offense and put them at bay. And, we had over 450 yards of offense in the first half.
Good grief. So how's Coleman doing at quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, he was a big part of tonight. Of course, that Cam Coleman at Auburn. This is his little brother, Bobby Coleman Jr. They call him BJ. He was directing traffic. We had 2 running backs go for over 100 yards in the first half. We got a great core of receivers. We got a very talented freshman receiver that's been playing varsity. I think this is the first game that he did not score a touchdown in, but he had about 100 yards receiving.
Let me ask this, too, since we started talking about him. Should people be putting Coleman in the same discussions with Rivers and with Trent Seaborn and guys like that?
He's going to put himself there by the time everything's said and done, I believe. Actually, his legs are probably his most dangerous weapon, and he just hadn't had to use them yet, really. We've been very blessed in recent years at receiver, and we got a couple of backs that are just kind of all-world backs for us so far this year. But yeah, BJ hadn't had a chance to really display his legs yet. So there's more layers to come.
Yeah, I know that's something exciting to look forward to. Talk about the defense at Central this year.
So we've got, I'll throw out a couple more names. T.J. Parker, Tamorian Parker, who's playing for Clemson right now. Of course, he was a Red Devil, graduated from Central. He's a projected first-round NFL draft pick. We got a young man on our team right now, Tristan Lyles, who is about 3 sacks away of breaking TJ's all-time sack record at Central High School. So that guy's putting himself in some rare company right now. Defense played really well tonight, good scheme. But, man, T.J. Parker, he's with Clemson. Tristan Lyles, the one we have with us now, he's going to be the next name you hear.
What year is he?
He's senior this year.
Okay,
he has younger twin brothers that are sophomores, and they're playing as well. His dad's one of our coaches. I mean, it's a Red Devil family. His dad played for our '93 state championship team, and he's still coaching with us, teaching at school.
All right, Jason Sasser with us, voice of the Central Phoenix City Red Devils. Jason, thank you so much for the time, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you later in the year.
Anytime, man. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, bud.
Just talent, always.
Yeah, I had to pull him up because I hadn't heard a whole bunch about him, but he is ranked the 40th best player in the state. But you get my attention when you say you're going to break a record by T.J. Parker.
Yeah.
That's a kid I think Alabama and Auburn they just missed on. They just didn't see what was there, and now he's going to be a top 10 pick in the draft.
Clemson has reached down into Central in the past. I mean, that's not
they've gone into Central and they've gotten some players. There's no doubt about it, and there's some Alabama connections there, obviously with Dabo Swinney being from Birmingham. But Clemson's got an eye for talent sometimes that's overlooked.
Yeah. All right. Once again, thanks to Jason. The big win for Central Phoenix City tonight. 7A number 1 56. Number 7, Dothan, 28. Again, not a surprise that Central wins. Maybe a slight surprise on the margin. And with that, let's get to our next edition of Scores on the Fours. It's brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Luke, take us through the 6A top 10.
In 6A, Parker remains undefeated as they take down Mortimer Jordan 42-7. Clay Chalkville 50-0 over Shades Valley. Saraland, behind a big night from Deshaun Spencer, who had 4 TDs, they get a win over Spanish Fort. Man, you don't hear about Spanish Fort getting beat like this. 54-7. Wow, what's going on? Number 4, Muscle Shoals 66, Decatur 0. Number 5, Hartselle 63, Columbia 0. That game was last night. Number 6, Spain Park. They win 38-14 over Helena. Number 7, Pike Road gets a win over Wetumpka 29-6. Number 8, Homewood 52, Woodlawn 8. Number 9 Mountain Brook. Now they lose tonight 10-3 at Pell City. And then Benjamin Russell from right here in our area, they get a win 49-16 over Chilton County. That top 10 is probably going to be the best part of the playoffs for 6A, you know?
Watch out for that Muscle Shoals team.
Yeah,
in the north.
but I mean,
They're gonna be
everybody.
a problem.
What I'm saying is there won't be I don't think there's going to be a Cinderella from an unranked side, you know?
Theodore defeated Baldwin County 41-14. It was Gulf Shores over McGill 10-6. St. Paul's over Murphy 50-6. Russell County defeats Percy Julian 56-22. Stanhope Elmore over Park Crossing 33-0. It was Pelham over Calera. What a game there, 37-34. It was Bessemer City over Central Tuscaloosa 28-7. Hueytown over Paul W. Bryant 42-7. It was Northridge over Brookwood 37-7. Jackson Olin over Gardendale 38-31. Fort Payne over Southside 28-6. And Buckhorn over Hazel Green 17-14. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We'll go from 7A down to 1A as 3-0 Verbena tries to stay undefeated. That's next.
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Encore Sports Medicine.
Work, a strong word. Together with force, it's something pretty powerful. Our workforce keeps Alabama growing. So where does it come from? Your Alabama community colleges. Quality classroom learning, hands-on, real job training, all across Alabama. Building enormous ships down south, blasting into space up north. And in between, all the jobs that move us forward. Alabama's community colleges. Alabama's largest training network.
It's time for the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, Player of the Week, brought to you by the Alabama Community College System. Susan Moore's sophomore quarterback Sam Garrison led the Bulldogs to a 66-50 victory over Cold Springs with a record-setting 9 touchdowns accounted for and 535 total yards. He was 8 of 13 passing for 319 yards and 5 touchdowns. He also rushed for 222 yards and 4 touchdowns on 15 attempts. For good measure, the Bulldogs quarterback, coached by Wes Patterson, also converted 5 two-point conversions. His 64 points accounted for, ranked second in the AHSAA all-time. His 9 touchdowns accounted for, tie for second behind the record holder Braden Kyle of Decatur Heritage, who accounted for 11 in 2021. Congratulations to Susan Moore sophomore quarterback Sam Garrison, this week's AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show Player of the Week, brought to you by the Alabama Community College System. Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Luke with you as we bounce around the state on the Southeastern Land Group hotline. And I got interested this week in what was going to happen in 1A Region 4 with Verbena off to a 3-0 start, taking on Billingsley tonight in 1A Region 4. Billingsley coming in at 1-2. So I called our buddies at WKLF in Clanton, and Bill Tubbs is with us now. Bill, heck of a ball game, man. Billingsley gets the 2-point win, 30-28.
It was amazing. It was a back-and-forth ball game.
Tell us, you said apparently Verbena got off to the early start, and then Billingsley took over?
Well, Billingsley won the toss and accepted to receive, so they got the ball and got held. 51-yard touchdown run by number 1 for Verbena, first score. They hold Billingsley again, boom, another long run, another score. It was 12-0. And then all of a sudden, Billingsley popped back and scores twice right before halftime. So halftime was 12-12.
Wow, okay. So what happened right after halftime? Because it sounds like it got crazy.
Well, the third quarter, the first 5 minutes, was all Verbena. Billingsley couldn't do nothing. It was 28-12 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and then Billingsley took over. And the game ended with Verbena was on the 7-yard line. They got a penalty which did not give them a first down, so it was 4th down, and they thought it was 3rd down. And Billingsley, they turned the ball over with 7.2 seconds left.
Oh, man. What a way for a ball game to end, but it's an exciting game either way. All right, let's talk about both of these teams, Billingsley and Verbena, going forward, because when we talk about 1A Region 4, we can't do that without mentioning the Maplesville Red Devils, right?
Maplesville is the real deal.
These two teams are going to have to compete with Maplesville coming up this season. How do they find enough offense to do it?
It's going to be tough. I tell you what, we've already done 2 Maplesville games, and that tandem they got at running back, Nehemiah McCary, he's a horse.
He's a dude. He's great on the defensive side too. I got to call him in the kickoff classic. He's something else. This Maplesville team is on a mission, and it feels like they're destined to meet Wadley for a championship again.
I think so. I think that's where it's going to wind up at, right there. Wherever the championship is played, I think it's going to be them in Wadley for it.
All right, Bill Tubbs with us, WKLF in Clanton. Bill, thank you so much for the time. Have a great weekend, my friend.
Thanks, JJ. Y'all have a good evening.
All
Thank
right.
you, bud.
Yeah, that's the thing. You never want to say that everybody else is playing for second, but because they're not. I mean, the games still have to be played.
Yeah.
But Maplesville is, if you're going to take them out, it's going to take everything you got, and then you better bring along a bag of tricks.
And we've seen some historic teams be upset and all that, but I just talked about 6A, where I think it's going to come down to those 10 teams in the top 10.
Yeah. I
don't think there's going to be a Cinderella, but when you get into 1A, and again, having called a lot of 1A games in my time, you and I have called a lot together. This Maplesville squad and this Wadley squad looks so much further along than all the other 1A teams. It's just hard for me to imagine another team doing it. I hope somebody's able to prove me wrong. I mean, it'd be great for that community, but I think in the end we're going to be treated to Wadley against Maplesville.
Scores on the 4s, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Luke, take us through 5A.
In 5A was number 1 Viger. They keep rolling. They defeat UMS Wright 39-26. Number 2 Moody 55. Number 9 St. Clair County 0. It was number 3 Williamson 57. Citronelle 5. Just 5 extra points in that game. Number 4, Fairview 42, Ardmore 7. Number 5, Gunnersville 49, Sardis 12. Number 6, Leeds, they have 45. Lincoln, 15. Number 7, Central of Clay County, 39. Marbury, 14. Number 8, Corner, they're the upset tonight at Ramsey, 34-14. And number 10, Northside, 35. Selma, 6. That game was in the third quarter.
All right, let's get some other scores now around 5A, where it was LaFleur over Faith Academy, 28-27. Charles Henderson over Carroll, 30-15. Eufaula defeats Headland, 40-21. Andalusia over Greenville, 42-21. Demopolis over Montevallo, 38-6. Shelby County over Jimston, 41-7. Beauregard defeats Sylacauga, 34-30. Elmore County over Holtville, 31-7. Briarwood over Carver of Birmingham, 36-22. John Carroll defeats Hayden, 36-26. Jacksonville over Center Point, 42-9. West Point over Lawrence County, 41-8. Arab over AP Brewer, 31-13. Russellville defeats East Limestone, 20-7. And Scottsboro over Douglas, 61-14. And one thing on that Viger UMS Wright game, UMS Wright scored 26 on Viger. That says a lot about UMS Wright's offense. Nobody scores 26 on Viger. That's Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We're coming back on the AHSAA Radio Network.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Two Rivers Lumber Company has a proud heritage in the state of Alabama and is excited to announce we are opening a new facility in the Lake Martin area late 2025. Our company specializes in southern yellow pine dimension lumber, and we plan to employ over 150 in our new community of Lake Martin. Two Rivers Lumber Company is a family-run business with over 45 years of service to the state. And we are happy to become a part of the Lake Martin community and want to wish the best of luck to all area athletic teams in all competitions. Two Rivers Lumber, Lake Martin's newest community partner, coming soon.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Along with fall, there's huge falling prices at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor for all your tractor, implements, and riding lawnmower needs. All remaining Spartan mowers must go for next year's models. And besides the year-end low prices, you can still get 0% interest up to 60 months. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has a huge selection of Mahindra tractors of all sizes with full implements packages that range from harvest or just getting your hunting site prepped. Mahindra also has up to 84 months 0% financing. So now's the time. Score big with the Lake's exclusive Spartan and Mahindra dealer. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, Highway 280 across from the Home Depot.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard show as we go back to the Southeastern Land Group hotline and talk to Grady Sapp, WDNG Radio in Anniston, where he had the Jacksonville Golden Eagles tonight with a 42-9 win on the road at Center Point. So it makes it a little happier drive home, right, Grady?
It does indeed. It was a nice bounce back win after the loss last week to Moody and Region played really 2 straight losses. So for Jacksonville, it was, we talked about this in our pregame show. It's hard to say that into your 4th game of the season, you're in a must-win situation in the region, but in reality they were, because Moody and Leeds are the top of the food chain in that region. And then St. Clair County, even though they took a tough one tonight to Leeds, looks to be a team that's probably pretty solid for 3rd in that region. So, it's kind of a situation with Jacksonville and Lincoln. You kind of have to battle it out to try to put yourself in position for that 4th playoff spot.
Yeah, it sounds like you had a bunch of interesting scores tonight in terms of you scored in a variety of ways.
Well, yes, indeed. It was really kind of a slow first half. Jacksonville kind of did it the conventional way with a short drive and a 1-yard run to start the scoring. And just before halftime, after they had been stuffed for the rest of the first half, they had a 70-yard touchdown run just before halftime with about a minute to go in the first half. It just kind of, I think, a 3rd and about 25. And Jaden Jones popped it through and takes it 70 yards. So it's 14-0. They come out to start the 3rd quarter, and Clay McNeil returns the opening kickoff in the second half, 89 yards for a touchdown. So, boom, it's 21-0. And then Centerpoint answers, scores, cuts it to 21-7. And then a couple of possessions later, pick 6 for Jacksonville. Bryce Allen returns it for a touchdown. Later on in the game, it's a safety. Centerpoint blocked a Jacksonville punt and scored a 50 to make it, 28-9. And then Jacksonville blocks a Centerpoint field goal, scoops it up and returns that for a touchdown. And the final touchdown was just the old boring 35-yard run for a touchdown on a handoff. So there you have it. I don't think I've seen that many scoring plays off of different things in a football game before.
You mentioned about region play, and that kind of evens things up after the tough one with Moody. What does Jacksonville have directly ahead of them?
Well, they've got the Leeds Green Wave coming in, who was, you guys could speak to that, I think, 2nd in the state in 5A right now. And they rolled over Lincoln tonight 45-15. So, it pretty much shapes up that, I think Moody and Leeds are clearly the top 2 teams in that region. And then everybody else is battling for the last 2 spots. So Jacksonville gets Leeds at home next week, but that's going to be a tough game for the Golden Eagles, no doubt.
Don't overrate them. The Green Wave are only number 6. Moody's number 2.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Moody is number 2. It's not that much different. Grady Sapp with us, WDNG Radio in Anniston, Jacksonville 42, Centerpoint 9 in 5A Region 6. Grady, thank you for the time. Have a great weekend.
Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, so the thing with Leeds and Jacksonville playing at home. We're used to Jacksonville being pretty good. Now, Leeds, we know the Green Wave, when they get it rolling, can be tough.
They can be as good as anybody.
As good as anybody. So that's one for Jacksonville. Keep an eye on next week. Jacksonville will give them a fight, and we'll see what comes out of that. And that Moody team right now looks.
Yeah, they're strong. I mean, I think they lost to a Georgia team earlier this year, and I think some people maybe took that as, hey, they may not be as good as we thought. No, they're still going to be really good.
Yeah, they're outstanding. Once again, Grady and all of our guests come to us on the Southeastern Land Group hotline. Whether you're buying or selling rural land in the Southeast, Southeastern Land Group is the place to start. You can check them out online at selandgroup.com. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to head up north to Florence, Alabama. Talk to Kevin Johnson with 93.9 The Score. That's just a few minutes away right now. It is time for Scores on the Fours, and it's brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Luke, why don't you get us into the 4A scoreboard?
In 4A, it was number 1, Jackson 28, Baker 14. Number 2, St. Michael 56, Satsuma nothing. Number 3, West Morgan. You don't see this score every day. They defeat number 5, Priceville 8-7.
Well, okay.
It was a 2-out double in the ninth that helped them out.
Yeah.
Number 4, Cherokee County 38, Etowah 14. Number 5, Anniston They are able to sneak by number 9 Alexandria 20-18. Number 6 Good Hope 42, Haleyville nothing. Number 7 Madison Academy had the week off. Number 8 Opp 29, Pike County 22, and number 10 North Jackson 61-21 over St. John Paul II.
All right, some other scores now in the 4A classification. W.S. Neal over Orange Beach 44-15. It was Strawn over Dale County 22-14. Ashford over Geneva, 38-7. New Brockton defeats Daleville, 36-33. Hanley over St. James, 42-0. Bullitt County over Munford, 56-21. It was Booker T. Washington over Tallahassee, 17-14. Bibb County over American Christian, 49-13. Fairfield over Tarrant, 27-13. West Blockton over Holt, 41-18. Oak Grove over Pleasant Grove, 46-13. Cordova over Curry, 41-14. Fayette County shuts out Fultondale 44-0. Hamilton shuts out Dora 42-0. It was Hoax Bluff 35, White Plains 28. Brooks over Central Florence 27-7. Hatton over East Lawrence 21-12. West Limestone over Danville 42-21. Deschler over Wilson 49-6. Plainview over DAR 55-14. And Randolph over Westminster Christian 35-12. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We'll come back, go up to Florence, and talk about a game next on the AHSAA Radio Network.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
When driving, change lanes, not lives. Careful. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Take home your AHSAA officially licensed merchandise today. Just click ahsaa.teamip.com and shop for event t-shirts, sweatshirts, tie-dye designs, or add your name to get your gear personalized. Team fans can get an official state championship apparel at our official online store. You pick it, we'll make it with our digital-to-garment technology, hot off the press and sent straight to you. Or at your next championship game, check out Team IP's booth. Visit ahsaa.teamip.com.
When driving, check your mirrors, not your Tinder. Hey, no. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation. Your date can wait.
What are you doing?
I'm just updating these power lines.
Why?
So they'll be stronger and faster.
Why?
So your house has power.
Why?
So your toaster works.
Why?
So you can have toast in the morning.
I don't like toast.
Okay. Waffles.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Luke with you as we go back now to the Southeastern Land Group hotline, and we'll go up north to 93.9 The Score in Florence, where the Florence Falcons traveled to Austin, and Austin gets the win 34-6 in 7A Region 4. Kevin Johnson joins us now. Kevin, a tough final score for Florence, but you were telling us off the air, final score is a little bit deceiving in that game.
Yeah, in my mind it was a little bit. It was a 13-6 game at the half, and Austin had a 13-0 lead. Right before the half, Florence scored on a touchdown pass from Cade Davis to Jimmy McDonald from about 38 yards out, and it cut it the lead to 7. And it was a close game. It was 20-6, but Florence had 2 touchdowns called back in the third quarter. Pick 6 was reversed and called back, and then also they had another touchdown call back. But really, it was Austin's offensive line and their running game that was the difference tonight. Aiden Davis, a couple of touchdowns rushing, and Kadir Lyle, the quarterback for Austin, was outstanding.
Does Austin or Florence, do these guys have a lot of prospects for guys moving on to the next level?
You know, I think Kadir Lyle, the quarterback for Austin, is a player, an athlete that would get the attention of several around the smaller schools possibly. I think Austin obviously has a couple of defensive players too that are really good at linebacker that could play really well, including the Orr kid is a tremendous linebacker. Really impressed with DJ Orr tonight. And on the Florence side, they've got 2 players already committed, actually. Zoe Martin, the linebacker, committed to the University of North Alabama early, and then Walt Barrett, the safety, is committed to Austin Peay early. But again, you know, it's just a very even, balanced region. I mean, not really one team jumping up the top, but tonight Austin definitely took a step forward with the win, and they're a talented enough team with their big offensive line. They're going to be a problem for people this year.
For the Florence Falcons, what are they working on going forward?
You know, I think it really is just still continuing to find their identity on offense. It's ironic in their 3 losses, they've lost almost by the identical score, 34-6 and 35-7 and 34-7. So it's really been a tough road. But you look at the 3 teams they've lost to. They've lost to a Muscle Shoals team that's undefeated, a Hillcrest Tuscaloosa team that shows that they're pretty doggone good too, and then tonight Tuscaloosa and Austin team that now is 3-1. So they've got to buckle up because it doesn't get any easier next week. They come home to face Bob Jones for homecoming, so that's going to be a tough game. That's always a fun one when Florence and Bob Jones get together. We'll see if the Falcons can turn that thing around, start getting some more points on the board. Kevin Johnson with us, 93.9 The Score in Florence. Kevin, thank you for the time. Best of luck moving forward, man. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Yeah, Florence, I mean, again, not scoring a lot of points, but this Austin team, like he said, is pretty good. Muscle Shoals, we know, can play. Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, we saw what they did last week. They got beat tonight, but we saw what they did last week. So they're not scoring a lot of points, but you're playing some pretty high-level competition.
Yeah, and that makes you better towards the end of the year. That'll always serve you well. As long as you get enough wins to make the playoffs, it serves you well.
And especially when you find yourself in battling for that 3rd or 4th spot at the end of the year and you need that crucial last couple of wins in region play, it makes a big difference.
No doubt about it.
All right, when we come back, now, normally we would have our Thursday game of the week, but I was unable to get in touch with Mr. Shedricks today, which means that me and you have an open segment. So we're going to play a little game. I want to go through some classifications, and I want to talk to you about who are the real contenders in that classification. Okay. The guys that are going to be going home with a map of one color or another.
Gotcha.
Right? And we're gonna try to figure that out for you guys. As you know, our predictions have a history of being terribly wrong.
Yes.
There have been some years where you can look at one class. There's been some years where you go 5. Whatever. Maybe it's that way with Maplesville, but they've got competition this year too in 1A, so with Wadley. So either way, we'll get that worked out. We'll do that when we come back. In the meantime, let me thank our great group of sponsors this year, and they've really stepped up and been good with us. The Alabama Community College System. We're so glad to have them on. Southern Union State Community College, Jacksonville State University, Central Alabama Community College, the Alabama Department of Transportation, Russell Dewitt Center, Southeastern Land Group, and the Alabama Department of Transportation, all great sponsors here on the AHSAA Radio Network. With that said, why don't we get into another Scores on the Fours that is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard all season long. And this time we're going to get into the 3A scoreboard. Luke, take it away.
Here we go. 3A top 10 now. Number 1, Mars Hill, 55, Sheffield, 8. Number 2, Piedmont, 61, Ohatchee, nothing, I think. It could be 6, but I think it's nothing. Number 3, Geraldine 64, Sylvania 21. Number 4, TR Miller, they defeat number 9, Flomaton 27 to 10. Number 5, Gordo 35, number 10, Winfield 21. Fife all over Asbury, 54 to 6. It was number 7, Montgomery Academy 14, Wicksburg 9. Number 8, Selma Southside 74, Dallas County nothing.
Ooh.
And that wraps up your top 10.
By the way, I spent some time over in that market back in the 90s. Southside and Dallas County, that's a pretty hot rivalry, too.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, when you get somebody to that score in a rivalry game. Bayside Academy over Monroe County, 60 to nothing. Hillcrest Evergreen over Excel, 41 to 7. Trinity over Alabama Christian, 28 to nothing. Prattville Christian over Northside Academy, 34-14. Houston Academy over Slocum, 56 to nothing. Thomasville and Sumter Central. Thomasville gets the win, 50 to nothing. It was Thorsby over Wilcox Central, 62 to 12. Beulah defeats Lee Scott, 16 to 10. It was Glenwood over Childersburg, 49 to 12. Colbert Heights over Elkmont, 46-21. Colbert County over Lauderdale County, 34 to 12. It was Randolph County defeating Dadeville, 35-26. Hansville over Carbon Hill over Hansville, 62 to 41. Phil Campbell shuts out Oakman, 6-0. Vinemont over Midfield, 37-16. Glencoe over Walter Wellborn, 42 to nothing. Westbrook Christian over Locust Fork, 53 to 7. It was Rogers defeating Clemens, 28-20. Holly Pond over Brindley Mountain, 60 to 12, and Collinsville over Whitesburg Christian, 24 to 21. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Let's come on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Looking for reliable medical equipment close to home? Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical in Sylacauga has you covered with oxygen, CPAPs and BPAPs, continuous glucose monitors, wound care, and airway therapy. Need mobility support? We offer braces, lift chairs, and both manual and motorized wheelchairs available for rent or purchase. We'll even show you how to use your equipment, and yes, we accept most insurances. Serving the Sylacauga area for over 20 years, that's Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort Williams. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. Call 256-245-1411 today.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Luke with you as we are just about to hit 11 o'clock on this Friday night. Let's go and talk about a big 2A matchup, a top 5 matchup in 2A Region 7, as number 3 Pisgah takes on number 5 Pleasant Valley tonight. Pisgah with the big win, 44-20. Jason Bowen joins us. He is the sports editor of the Jackson County Sentinel. Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Listen, let's talk about this Pisgah win tonight. You watched that game. How did this go down? Because this is 2 good teams fighting it out tonight.
Yeah, it started off fireworks early. The third play of the game, Pleasant Valley had a 54-yard interception return and grabbed a quick lead, but Pisgah came right back and took the lead. And they kind of went back and forth. Pisgah did have, right before the half, had almost went, I think, 70-something yards or 60-something yards in a minute and a half and scored on the last play of the half and kind of opened it up and got a 2-touchdown lead. Pleasant Valley came out in on the first possession of the third quarter and scored and cut it to 28-20. But Landon Watkins for Pisgah, he's an all-state receiver last year. He returned the ensuing kickoff 83 yards for a touchdown, and Pisgah got a 2-point conversion. And that kind of seemed like after that, it kind of seemed like it was, Pisgah's game after that, and they tacked on one late there to kind of seal it. But it was a good football game. I think Pleasant Valley showed that they're on that upward trend, and Pisgah, is trying to maintain where they've been the last few years, and definitely a big win for them in that region.
Yeah, do you think Pisgah is the type of team that can make it back to a state title game?
Yeah, I think they've got the weapons. They lost probably 2 of their all-timers last year in Luke Gilbert and Legion McQuarrie, but they've got so many different weapons, and they spread the ball around, and now it's like just different guys making plays. They've got a sophomore quarterback, Cutter Mays, but he threw 5 touchdowns tonight. So he's been better than probably anybody could have hoped for coming out, and being a first-year starter. And they've just got a lot of receivers, a lot of their receivers and running backs have guys that have been 2-3-year starters. They might not have gotten all of the headline and all the numbers and stuff the last few years with Luke Gilbert and Legion McQuarrie leading that offense, but they're making plays, and it's just been different guys every game, so they're just kind of a hard team to play defense against because there's not really anybody, 1 or 2 guys you can key on. There's just so many that are making plays right now.
And that's really how Pisgah sort of beats you up, right? I mean, they just score more points than you can score.
Yeah, they test your offensive ability, and they'll just keep coming at you with points, and that's kind of the way Pleasant Valley was having to drive and make plays and keep drives alive with some 3rd and 4th and long conversions, which was really good plays on their part. But Pisgah could just quickly strike back, and once they kind of got that 2-touchdown lead, it was just hard for Pleasant Valley to try to hold or to try to close that gap because Pisgah just kept moving it on them.
Pisgah with a big win tonight, 44-20 in 2A Region 7 over Pleasant Valley, 2 top 5 teams in the 2A classification. Jason Bowen's with us. He's the sports editor of the Jackson County Sentinel. For the fans up there, Jason, tell them how they can read your stuff.
JCSentinel.com. We'll have the stuff online here pretty soon, including, we had that big game here in the county, but a huge win for Woodville beating number 9 Spring Garden in 1A Region 8. That's the first win ever for Woodville against a ranked opponent.
Wow.
So it's been a big night here in Jackson County.
There you go. Jason Bowen, thank you so much for the time, man. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, guys. You too.
All right. All of our guests come to us on the Southeastern Land Group hotline, and, Pisgah is one of those lower classification teams. They're not one of those grind it out, play defense, hold the ball. We're going to score 40, and can you score 40?
Yeah, can you get to 41?
Can you get to 41? Yeah. That's the way they play the game, and it's a fun style of football, no doubt. It works well for them. Let's get to scores on the 4s, and we're about to talk about that team because we're down to 2A.
We are at 2A's. Number 1, Tuscaloosa Academy 19, Isabella 21. So Isabella
huge
unranked.
Upset.
Big time upset. Number 2, Reeltown 56, Ranburne 7. Number 3, Pisgah 44. Number 5, Pleasant Valley 20. Number 4, Luverne 68, Pike Liberal Arts 6. Number 6, Coosa Christian 26, Falkville nothing. Number 7, Ayrton 41, Abbeville 24. Number 8, Celigent 32, Greene County 14. Number 9, Vincent 53, and Lamar County 18. And J.U. Blackshear had the week off.
All right, let's talk about some other scores now in 2A. With Washington County over Chickasaw 35-21. It was Clark County over Bayshore Christian 38-7. GW Long over Geneva County 55-40. Cottonwood over Houston County 45-12. It was Providence Christian over Sampson 35-16. Highland Home over Zion Chapel 20-14. Horseshoe Bend defeats Central Coosa 32-30. Lochapoka shuts out Lafayette 47-0. It was Lynette over Barber County 55-0. Cold Springs over Cleveland 54-22. Southeastern over Raglan 34-0. North Sand Mountain shuts out Cedar Bluff 34-0. Sandrock over Section 35-12. Red Bay over Winston County 29-28. And Lexington defeats Tanner 38-0. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. When we come back, we are going to get into our Game of the Week segment brought to you by Russell Dewitt Center. I think there's about 3 to choose from this week, Luke. We'll see. That's all coming up for you next on the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show.
At Medicine Express, we're dedicated to the idea that quality pharmacy care means more than just prompt prescriptions. When you come to Medicine Express, you can count on dependable care from knowledgeable pharmacists and their friendly staff. You can fill your prescriptions quickly and easily at our drive-thru, or while you wait, you can even browse for inspirational gifts and items that you won't find anywhere else, like Praise Him apparel and the History of Alabama books. All at Medicine Express on Airport Drive in Alexander City, 256-215-8014. Medicine Express, where you're part of our family.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
L&M Pawn and Gun, located in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, is East Alabama and West Georgia's complete gun, tactical, and pawn shop. It invites the region to shop over 500 firearms in stock, on the floor, and ready for sale at the market's best values. At L&M Pawn and Gun, we specialize in all tactical guns, equipment, and parts, including AK-47 and AR-15s. Specialized parts for tactical guns as well as suppressors and other parts you can't find anywhere. L&M Pawn and Gun has it all in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, or shop online, lmpawnandgun.com.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762. or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Luke with you as we roll through this Friday night. Here it is, week 3, but the 4th week of competition. I didn't get tired of explaining that. One day we'll change that, and we won't have to anymore. So here we go now with our Game of the Week segment. It's brought to you by Russell Dewitt Center. AHSAA Radio Network built by Russell Dewitt Center. Visit any of their 9 locations. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, then you know how valuable Russell Dewitt Center is to those projects that you get into around the house. All right, let's. I got 3 this week, Luke. I got 3 I want you to think about.
Okay.
For our Game of the Week, and then we'll choose one. First of all, it's a game. Let's talk about a game that Jason Bowen just mentioned with us a few minutes ago up in Jackson County, where Woodville defeats Spring Garden 41-26. It is the first win over a ranked team in Woodville's history.
Oh my gosh!
So that's a big win for the program at Woodville.
Yeah. Okay. That's leading so far.
It's a big deal.
Mostly because we've only had one, but
it's
okay.
a big deal. Yeah. All right. Now we've also got one we just mentioned a few minutes ago in the 2A classification, where number 1 Tuscaloosa Academy falls to unranked Isabella. Final score there 21-19.
Yeah, that is a shocker.
When a number 1 goes down to unranked, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, but I'm also betting Isabella's knocked off a ranked team before. So
well,
I'm still going Woodville right now.
Isabella plays in a pretty tough area in 2A.
Still going Woodville.
All right, so now let's get to this one. And I'm going to explain why I want this game considered. And that
You're not starting off good with this one. I'm just going to let you know. When you've got to make your case before you tell me the score.
If you're explaining, you're losing, is what they always say, right? But here we go. Hewitt-Trussville defeats Hoover tonight, 17-14. Couple of reasons. One, Hewitt-Trussville coming off that huge win against Vestavia last week. 2, they did it on the road against a top 10 Hoover team. And 3, we keep looking in the north. Who can challenge Thompson? Who can challenge Thompson? Is Hewitt-Trussville kind of announcing themselves as, hey, we are the team. The Huskies can challenge Thompson.
It would be interesting if they would be that team, because there have been so many other opportunities that you thought, when it was Thompson and Hoover and Hewitt, and we kept thinking, okay, Hewitt's going to make a move in here somewhere, and they just never had. It'd be interesting if they made the move this year.
And I was surprised at how they defeated Vestavia last week.
Yeah, definitely.
And then what they did tonight, then going on the road at Hoover, no letdown after that big win last week. They go get a field goal win on the road at Hoover. They'll maintain that number 3 position right behind Thompson. But I wonder if this is their year, maybe to come in and really give Thompson a fight in that north.
Look, I don't have a dog in the hunt, but I think it would be fun. I think the Hewitt community deserves a shot in that state title game, and it'd be a lot of fun to see them there. Yeah. But until you beat Thompson, I'm not going to say you're going to beat Thompson.
Yeah, it's hard to call it.
Yeah.
You're not going to predict it.
Yeah.
So anyway, out of the 3, you still going with Woodville in their first ever win over a ranked team?
Boy, a lot of reasons to go the other 2, but I still got to go Woodville. I mean, I'm happy. Let's give them one more set of flowers here.
No, absolutely.
Y'all go have a party. Woodville.
Yeah. Congratulations to Woodville. First ever win over a ranked opponent tonight, defeating Spring Garden 41-26.
Go crazy, Woodville. Wouldn't you like to be in Woodville right now?
Where is
Woodville?
Woodville is lit. It's somewhere in Jackson County. I don't know.
I mean, it'd be fun to be there just for now.
Yeah.
Look, hey, how many times have we said Woodville on this show?
Well,
Probably
look,
not
it's a 1A school, so I'm assuming it's a small town. So I'm sure
I like that even better.
I bet the school parking lot is just crazy right now.
Oh, I bet it's bananas. I mean, can you imagine how much fun that would be, though? I mean, it means so much, and so yeah, I'm here for it. I'm a Woodville. What are they?
I don't know.
Okay.
Woodville, you win our Russell Dewitt Center Game of the Week. The AHSAA Radio Network built by Russell Dewitt Center. Visit any of their 9 locations in Central Alabama, and you're going to find everything you need, whether you're remodeling or building something entirely new. Go to Russell Dewitt Center. They'll get you taken care of there. It is time now to get to our next scores on the 4s, and that is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard on this fine Friday night. We've arrived at the 1A classification. Luke, why don't you take us through the top 10?
It is the Woodville Panthers.
There you go, the Woodville Panthers.
Okay, number 1, Wadley, they get a forfeit from Donahoe, so technically they win 1-0. Number 2, Leroy 40, Sweetwater 13. What is going on with Sweetwater? It feels like, for the longest time, they were right there in the middle of
One
it
of
all
the
the time.
dominant teams, yeah.
Number 3, Maplesville. We talked about them. They win 48-0. Number 4, McKenzie 50-7 over Georgiana. Number 5, Hackleburg 52-6 over Waterloo. Number 6, Barry. They get buried by Hubbartville 44-12. Number 7, Addison 66, Cherokee nothing. Number 8, Winterboro 28, Fayetteville 21. And here it is. Our Russell Do It Center Team of the Week. Number 9, Spring Garden is upset by Woodville 41-26. And number 10, Red Level loses at Brantley 36-20.
All right. I know Brantley's beaten ranked teams before.
Yeah,
I've
they've
seen
done
that
it
many,
before.
many times. Other scores from 1A now, where Fruitdale defeated JF Shields 32-20. Millry over Marengo 20-6. It was Kinston over Elba 42-34. Florala over Pleasant Home 34-18. Choctaw County over Pickens Academy 52-6. Linden over RC Hatch 48-16. Holy Spirit Catholic and University Charter. Did it end this way in a 46-46 tie? We're going to have to confirm that.
That can't be
Look
right.
that up.
Well, you can't end in a tie anymore, right?
Yeah, I didn't think so. Billingsley defeats Verbena 30-28. It was Lynn over Pickens County 34-25. Marion County over South Lamar 38-34. Meek, over Phillips 60-6. Shoals Christian over Vina 18-8. Appalachian over Galesville 56-0. Valley Head over Eider 29-22. And Woodland over Gaston 34-12. Scores on the 4 is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We're coming back in just a few. Stay with us.
World-class training, state-of-the-art equipment, a modernized force for an ever-changing world. Outpacing our rivals, supporting our allies, no matter if it's today or tomorrow, we will guard it all.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast Catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
It's time for This Week in the AHSAA, brought to you by Jacksonville State University, the friendliest campus in the South. Mountain Brook High School sophomore Emilia White set a new personal record of 18 minutes 3.29 to win Tuesday's Chickasaw Trails Invitational Large School Race. at Oakville Indian Mounds Park and Cross Country, the same course where the 2025 AHSAA Cross Country Championships will be held in early November. It's her second win of 2025 after winning the Thompson Warrior 2-mile Invitational to start the season. The Chickasaw Trails event, which again drew hundreds of runners, was postponed from Saturday to Tuesday because of weather concerns. In the boys' competition, Charlie Hollingsworth of Florence High School won with a time of 15 minutes 46.13. Scottsboro's Ryder Linville, the reigning Class 5A individual champ, clocked 16 minutes 35.6 and was the top Alabama runner at the Gulf Coast Stampede in Pensacola last weekend. Albertville High School defensive stalwart Zoe Williams has developed into one of flag football's top pass rushers this season. She proved it over and over again in last week's 23-0 win over Clay Chalkville with 10 flag pulls, including 7 sacks. She also had 5 hurries and upped her season sack total to a state-leading 8 on the year in the shutout win. That's a look at this week in the AHSAA, brought to you by Jacksonville State University, the friendliest campus in the South, on the AHSAA Radio Network. Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Luke with you on this Friday night as we move around the state and check out scores. We've now made it all the way through the scoreboards, and we'll go back through the top 10s again. But before we do, we have an open segment. It's going to be interesting, but we've only got 3 minutes to get it done, okay? So I want to play a little game with you, Luke.
Okay.
This is called Tell Me, give me 2 teams who can win a state championship.
Okay.
But the trick is I'm going to take 2 teams away that you cannot pick.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
7A, I'm taking away Central Phoenix City and Thompson. Give me 2 teams that can win the state championship.
Oh, man. Yeah, you would do that. You know, I'm going to say I'll go with Mary Montgomery in a bit of a shock. I think they're super talented, and I'll go with Auburn.
Okay.
Now, you say, Luke, you were just talking about how much you love Hewitt Trustful and you want them to do well. I know, but until they do it, I don't know that I can.
I would have chosen Auburn as one.
Yeah, I think Auburn's just one of those squads you don't want to bet against.
In 6A, 2 teams that can win a state championship, not named Parker or Saraland.
All right, I think this one's going to be a little easier. I'm going to give you a surprise one, and call me a homer if you want to. Benjamin Russell. I'm going to tell you something. I think Benjamin Russell is going to be right there. I listened to Brett and Randy tonight call that game. Kingston Prier is a great quarterback. Obviously, Sedarian Morgan, probably the best prospect in the state. But they've got and B.J. Bedgood hadn't even been playing lately. I mean, he's been out. So I like them. And another team that I really like, I mean, you got to go Clay Chalkville.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Clay Chalkville, they're always good.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. In 5A, I'm taking away Viger and Moody.
Central Clay.
Okay.
Because I'm a big believer in Danny Horn.
Makes sense.
And I think I'll go with, it's tough because there are a lot of good undefeated teams in here. But I'll go with Gunnersville.
Okay. In 4A, I'm taking away Jackson and Cherokee County.
Okay. Jackson, I mean, boy, they're going to be tough to beat. I hate that you took them away. I mean, you could probably give me everybody else, and I'd still take Jackson. Yeah. Well, how about this? You won't let me have Jackson. I'll take North Jackson.
I got you.
As one of them, and then the other one, I'll go with St. Michael.
Okay.
I mean, that seems like that they're going to have the offense to hang with
the real
anybody.
Deal, man.
Yeah.
All right, 3A. I'm taking away Morris Hill and T.R. Miller.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm going to go with Fife because, again, I mean, Fife's just always there. So I know they've got a loss already this year, and they lost to Maplesville, who's in 1A. I called the game. But they are a very good team. And then I'll go with Piedmont. They're always involved, too. Piedmont's pretty strong. They won tonight 61-0 or 6, so I still hadn't gotten a confirmation.
2 teams that can win the 2A championship, not named Reeltown or Pisgah.
Okay, well, you know, I could cheat and go Tuscaloosa Academy. They were ranked number 1 until they got beat tonight. So I will do that. And I'll also say, you know, why don't I take a flyer on Coosa Christian?
Okay.
That's a team that I thought could make some noise last year.
A lot of people agree with you on that. Mm-hmm. And finally, in 1A, I am taking away Wadley and Maplesville.
Oh, come on now. I mean, we have one of them.
By the way, grab that 7A because you're going to need it in about 10 seconds.
I got you. I'll go with, you know what? I'll go with Leroy And I'll go with Barry.
There you go. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Luke's going to give you 7A, and he's going to pass me 6A. And we're going to go back through the top 10s again. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Luke.
In 7A, it was number 1 Central Phoenix City defeating number 7 Dothan 56-28. Thompson, number 2, they had no trouble with Oak Mountain 41-0. Number 3 Hewitt Trussville gets a big win at number 8 Hoover 17-14. Number 4 Mary Montgomery 37-0 over Robertsdale. It was number 5 Vestavia taking out Hillcrest Tuscaloosa 42-24. Number 6 Auburn, they keep winning. They defeat Enterprise 23-7. And number 10 Opelika, big win over JAG 59-20.
In 6A, it was number 1 Parker 42, Mortimer Jordan 7. Number 2 Clay Chongville 50-0 over Shades Valley. Number 3 Saraland 54-7 over Spanish Fort. Number 4 Muscle Shoals. Yeah, I don't think you picked them, but watch out for those guys. Muscle Shoals 66-0 over Decatur. Number 5 Hartselle defeats Columbia 63-0 on Thursday. Number 6 Spain Park over Helena 38-14. Number 7 Pike Road over Wetumpka 29-6. Number 8 Homewood over Woodlawn 52-8. Number 9 Mountain Brook defeated by Pell City 10-3. 3 points on the board.
I would have loved to have picked Mountain Brook for one of those sleeper state championship teams, but not after
How
tonight.
did you put up 3? Number 10 Benjamin Russell 49-16 over Chilton County. Scores on the Fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We're going to come back and talk recruiting with Drew DeArmond up in Huntsville. He's next on the AHSAA Radio Network.
Two Rivers Lumber Company has a proud heritage in the state of Alabama and is excited to announce we are opening a new facility in the Lake Martin area late 2025. Our company specializes in southern yellow pine dimension lumber, and we plan to employ over 150 in our new community of Lake Martin. Two Rivers Lumber Company is a family-run business with over 45 years of service to the state. And we are happy to become a part of the Lake Martin community and want to wish the best of luck to all area athletic teams in all competitions. Two Rivers Lumber, Lake Martin's newest community partner, coming soon.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Along with fall, there's huge falling prices at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor for all your tractor, implements, and riding lawnmower needs. All remaining Spartan mowers must go for next year's models. And besides the year-end low prices, you can still get 0% interest up to 60 months. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has a huge selection of Mahindra tractors of all sizes with full implements packages that range from harvest or just getting your hunting site prepped. Mahindra also has up to 84 months 0% financing. So now's the time. Score big with the Lake's exclusive Spartan and Mahindra dealer. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, Highway 280 across from the Home Depot.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. JJ and Luke with you about halfway through this second hour tonight as we welcome in Drew DeArmond. He hosts Talking Ball up in the Huntsville market. Drew, hope you're doing well tonight, man.
I'm doing good, guys. Just getting off the game of the week. James Clemens, 31, Huntsville High, 14. My guy Chobe, I told you guys about last week, his sack streak is now up to 4 games. He did get a sack in the game. Had a pretty good football game, but James Clemens was too much tonight. Got a sophomore wide receiver to watch, Aaron Gonzalez from James Clemens, slot guy, had 160 yards at plus and a touchdown that kind of sealed it. But really good player, but James Clemens has got a young squad, which, as you guys know, they've been very good to the University of Alabama and put out a lot of pros. And Georgia, don't forget Monty Rice is from that high school. But it's been a good night tonight and a good night of high school football so far.
Drew, let me talk about a guy named Caleb Morris, who's at Mary Montgomery, a 7A school that's making some noise. And Caleb Morris has been committed to Mississippi State for quite some time. Then Auburn's gotten involved a little bit, and now Alabama's offered. What do you think of this kid?
Well, you know, I'm glad you brought that up because I saw that right after my game of the week that Caleb Morris had been offered. And Auburn's been after him hard trying to flip him for a couple of months. As you know, Luke, he's been committed to Mississippi State since late May. And Zach Golson's done a great job at Mary Montgomery. They're the 2-time defending 7A Region 1 champions, and they're off to a 4-0 start. I know they beat Robertsdale this week, got a shutout. He's 6'4", 260 pounds. He's going to have no problem qualifying, 3.5 GPA, 20 on the ACT. He's going to graduate in December. And as you know, quality defensive linemen have become almost like Bigfoot. They're hard to find. And so I'm not surprised that Alabama finally joined the sweepstakes here. I'm hoping they can turn up the heat and get him on campus, maybe even as early as tomorrow. We'll see. But I think he can really play. And I've heard nothing but good things from him. And as you would remember, the last really good player Alabama had out of Sims, Alabama, he was good, and his name was Ralph Staten many years ago.
Yep, there's no doubt about that. Who else is making some noise around the state this week in recruiting?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I think when you look at it, as I'm kind of following the process, I think the young man that's been committed to Alabama for a while, Jabarius Chicken-Garrar, I think he's starting to continue to get better for Viger. I know he's only a junior right now, but I think he's been committed a long time. I think he's starting to kind of take the next step as a prospect. Hearing a lot of buzz about him. And he's an edge prospect, probably be a Wolf guy that I think Alabama fans need to pay attention to, no question about it. And, I'll continue to talk about my guy Michael Chobe. He had a sack again tonight. I have him double digits in sacks already through 4 games. He's just a junior. He's another defensive line guy. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. I think he'll end up 285 on the college level. And you just can't find guys with that kind of first step. So I think he's going to continue to get better. There's also a young offensive line prospect at May Jemison High School to keep an eye on. He's just a sophomore. He's got good bloodlines. His mother was a really good athlete. So I just think there's going to be a lot of guys to follow. And I will say, if you follow the University of Alabama, they certainly have a lot of hay in the barn already. But they're just like offering, Caleb Morris today. They're going to continue to have their eyes open to add players late. Because, again, you can't find enough quality defensive linemen. You never know what's going to happen in the transfer portal. And, of course, tomorrow is going to be a big opportunity for Alabama to take the next step, handle Wisconsin. They've got a lot of their committed guys that are going to be on campus, including Maury Johnson, who helped lead Muscle Shoals to a 66-0 shutout tonight. He's another really impressive-looking defensive lineman, probably in the 265, 270-pound range. He plays tight end offensively, and this might be Scott Bason's best team at Muscle Shoals.
No doubt. That team has been really impressive this year. Drew DeArmond with us, 97.7 The Zone in Huntsville. He's the host of Talking Ball. Drew, thank you so much for the time. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Drew.
Appreciate it.
All right. Drew joining us there for our recruiting segment as we get back into scores on the 4s. Luke, take us back into 5A.
5A number 1, Viger over UMS Wright, 39-26. Moody shuts out number 9, St. Clair County, 55-0. over a number 9 team. Number 3, Williamson 57, Central 5. Number 4, Fairview 42, Ardmore 7. It was Gunnersville handling Sardis 49-12. Number 6, Leeds, they continue to roll 45-15 over Lincoln. Number 7, Central Clay 39, Marbury 14. Number 8, Corner, they go to Ramsey and get hammered 34-14. And number 10, Northside 35, Selma 6. Still waiting on a final on that one.
That's right. In the 4A classification, it was number 1, Jackson, 28-14 over Baker. Any surprise that was just a 14-point game?
Maybe a little, but Jackson's going to turn it on late, so I'm not worried about it.
Number 2, St. Michael, 56-0 over Satsuma. Number 3, West Morgan defeats 5A Priceville 8-7. It was number 4, Cherokee County, 38-14 over Etowah. Number 5, Anniston hangs on against number 9, Alexandria, 20-18. Number 6, Good Hope, 42-0 over Haleyville. Number 7, Madison Academy had the week off. Number 8, Opp defeats Pike County, old rivalry there, 29-22. It was number 10, North Jackson, 61-21 Thursday night against St. John Paul II. Scores on the 4s is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. When we come back, we'll have our spotlight interview. We'll visit with one of our sponsors this year, Scott Hardy from Central Alabama Community College. Joins us next on the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show.
Hey Spartans, it's Coach Kelly here to remind you to buckle up on your way home after the game tonight and every time you get into a car. Seatbelts save lives, so buckle up every time, no exceptions. We want to keep Spartan Nation safe and alive, so buckle up, stay safe, and go Spartan.
This has been a message from the Alabama Department of Transportation with Drive Safe Alabama, reminding everyone to always buckle up to and from the games and don't text and drive.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across Central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
Taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Work, a strong word. Together with force, it's something pretty powerful. Our workforce keeps Alabama growing. So where does it come from? Your Alabama community colleges. Quality classroom learning, hands-on, real job training, all across Alabama. Building enormous ships down south, blasting into space up north, and in between, all the jobs that move us forward. Alabama's community colleges, Alabama's largest training network.
Time now for our Spotlight interview. It's brought to you by Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success. And on the line with us right now is Scott Hardy, Director of Institutional Advancement, Government Affairs, and Public Relations at Central Alabama Community College, one of our great sponsors this year here
on the Scoreboard Show. Scott, hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's been a great night of high school football.
As always. All right, look, let's talk about this first. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do at Central Alabama Community College?
Well, the title is a little bit long, but I like to just say that I was the guy who replaced Brett Pritchard. That's the way that I like to try to explain it. But my main focus, obviously, with the college is to create a branding and marketing mechanism that allows us to be exposed to as many people in our service area communities, as well as doing things that create a student life and enrichment opportunities that we can continue to build upon our enrollment numbers.
For those not familiar, tell us a little bit about Central Alabama Community College locations and mission and that sort of thing.
Yes, sir. So we have 4 campuses. We have one in Alexander City, which is our main and our home campus. We have campus in Childersburg, Talladega, and Prattville. We are across 7 counties, and we do our very best to serve those as best as we can. But whether it be academic courses, dual enrollment opportunities with our high schools, we serve over 40 high schools in our area, or whether it be with technical education, we do our very best to try to be great partners within the communities that we serve with our industry partners and business leaders to create the workforce development pipeline that allows them to continue to upskill the employers that they have, as well as future employers down the line as technological advances continue to happen.
Technical skill and things like that have become so much more important in the new economy.
Yes, and so that's our goal is, where we are, as you said, on this 21st century economy, especially with the emergence of AI, where you're going to want to have people who are very adaptable to technology and are honed in on what's happening now, but we're definitely concerned about what we can provide for people now. But as the landscape of the workplace continues to shift, we want to make sure that our offerings to our students and business and industry matches up with that as well.
And then, of course, there's also those who want to take that 2 years and move that forward to a 4-year degree. We see a lot of that, too.
Yes, and so something that has really been a major catalyst in our growth, not only with Central Alabama Community College, but across the entire Alabama Community College system, is through dual enrollment. As I mentioned, with over 40 high schools or feeder high schools, we have an opportunity to get involved with some of these students very early on. You can begin in the 10th grade, and we have multiple concurrent concurrent programs from a transfer standpoint, whether it be with Auburn, AUM, Alabama State, and various other colleges around the state. We do, as much as we put an emphasis on the workforce development side, we are a place from a fundamental and foundational standpoint that allows our students to go ahead and transfer to a 4-year university or college, that we provide that foundation and platform for them to do so.
And, of course, the ultimate goal is advancement for the children of the various communities and making sure that we create the next workforce and the next group of great citizens.
Yeah, and so, community is in our name, and so I take great pride in that, and being a key contributor to not only the economic and workforce development or workforce prosperity, but what we're able to do in terms of creating pathways for people to better themselves. And that's what it's all about, is creating opportunities for people to put themselves in position to be better today than they were the day before.
Scott Hardy, Director of Institutional Advancement, Government Affairs, and Public Relations for Central Alabama Community College and their 4 campuses around the state. Scott, again, thank you so much for the time. Thank you for the good work you guys are doing, and let's go enjoy some more football.
Yeah, thanks, JJ. Y'all have a great rest of the evening.
And our Spotlight interview is brought to you by Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success. Thanks to Scott for joining us on that Spotlight segment. Central Alabama Community College and all of our community colleges in the state really doing great work on technical education and kind of getting ready, as we've all seen the changes in the economy. I mean, it's coming whether you want to or not. So you got to be prepared for that. Thank you again. That's our Spotlight segment. Let's get into our next scores on the 4s. It's presented by the Alabama National Guard. Luke, take us back through 3A.
On 3A now, got it right here. Number 1, Mars Hill 55, Sheffield 8. Mars Hill, They don't get enough love.
That's
Man, they
probably
really
right.
are a good program. Number 2, Piedmont 61, Ohatchee nothing. Still confirming.
Yeah.
Number 3, Geraldine 64, Sylvania 21. Number 4, TR Miller 27. Number 9, Flomaton 10. Number 5, Gordo, they defeat number 10, Winfield 35-21. It was number 6, 554, Asbury 6. Number 7, Montgomery Academy, they're able to squeak by Wicksburg 14-9. And number 8, Southside Selma 74, Dallas County nothing.
I just want to say, Fife took that opening loss to Maplesville.
They took it to heart.
They've been dominating some people since.
Well,
then,
know,
right?
I said that on the broadcast back then when we called it the champion. I said, Fife is going to have the worst week of practice they've ever had, and it's going to be bad for everybody else.
In 2A, upset of the night, number 1, Tuscaloosa Academy goes down to Isabella, 21-19. Number 2, Reeltown defeats Ranburne, 56-7. Number 3, Pisgah, 44. Number 5, Pleasant Valley, 20. Number 4, Luverne, 68-6 over Pike Liberal Arts. It was number 6, Coosa Christian, 26-0 over Falkville. Number 7, Ayrton over Abbeville, 41-24. It was number 8, Celigent, 32, Greene County, 14. Number 9, Vincent, 53-18. And number 10, J.U. Blackshear had the week off. Scores on the 4s is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. When we come back, we've got one final segment, and we are going to have a little college football fun coming up next on the AHSAA Radio Network.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need. With top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill. And our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Come on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
For high school sports in the state of Alabama, nobody has it covered like the AHSAA Radio Network.
Ball at the 25-yard line. What a catch.
Live play-by-play coverage, the latest news, and expert analysis from our team of broadcasters.
State championship games here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. We've navigated
Once he got into the secondary, there's nobody back there. They're all bunched up right inside the tackle box.
Need a first down here just to get the defense rest. They don't necessarily have to have points.
The football and basketball state championships, all-star games, the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, and more available in one place. The AHSAA Radio Network.
Running the defense inside the 15-10-5, and the Mustangs are on the board.
He's in. That is a touchdown.
For the touchdown, and that is so
For live and archived streaming audio and video, information on where to hear the AHSAA Radio Network or how to acquire coverage in your market, visit AHSAARadionetwork.com. Nobody covers Alabama high school sports like we do.
The 6A state championship.
This is the AHSAA Radio Network.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. One final segment in tonight's program, and Luke, while we're doing it, let's get ready for college football tomorrow. Now it's homecoming on the Plains. Auburn gets South Alabama. Happy homecoming, Tigers. I don't see any problem there. Do you?
No, and there's some folks saying, hey, this is not going to be as easy as you think. I mean, but look, I think Auburn sort of sleepwalks to a 20-point win.
There you go. Alabama, Wisconsin. Wisconsin coming in without their starting quarterback, maybe an offensive lineman too.
Yeah, on Locked On Bama, we did a crossover with Locked On Badgers guy, and he was even like, hey, yeah, we're just coming down to have some fun. They could be without their starting center and their starting quarterback. That's a problem.
That's a problem. All right, now let's get into some real games tomorrow. All right, I think just from watching the two teams, and I've watched them both, I think Tennessee looks like the better team than Georgia right now, and I think they have the better quarterback. Am I wrong?
I think they have the better quarterback, which gives you a huge advantage. They got the home field advantage, and I don't know about the overall better team, though. And also, Georgia just had their number.
Yeah.
Tennessee just hadn't been able to get over that hump. They eventually got over the Alabama hump, though, so maybe they do against Georgia. I'm going to still ride with Georgia until Tennessee is able to beat them.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I called Mississippi State last week. I'm going to go ahead and call Tennessee this week.
Okay.
All right, and LSU, Florida. Here's my thoughts on that. I love Florida with 9.5 because I think this is your circle the wagons. This is the game. If you're going to pull out of this nosedive, this is the game where you got to do it.
I'm with you. I like Florida with the points. However, I'm just not sure they can get it done on the field. I mean, that last week may have been the nail in the coffin for Billy Napier. I don't know if he can resurrect this thing like he did last year.
So there was an inside story out of Florida that was told, I think it was Chris Lowe, last year when they had made the decision to fire Napier, and that was mid-season. They had made the decision to fire Napier. And then, they went and had a talk with Napier, and he starts giving them reasons why not. And they decided, okay, we're going to give you another year, but you got to hire an offensive coordinator to call plays because you can't call plays and manage the program. And he agreed. And then he went on that win streak. Then he won 4 in a row or whatever it was. And that gave him the power not to turn over the play calling to somebody. And that has now bitten him directly in, as Forrest Gump would say, in the buttocks.
Yes, and, it's kind of ironic. If you remember, Mike DuBose was as good as fired in 99 until he went into Florida, beat Steve Spurrier.
And
then everybody was like, well, we can't fire the guy after he just beat Steve Spurrier on the road. And then he wins the SEC title game, beating Spurrier again. And then 2000, the whole thing collapses. I could see Florida, if they don't win this game, I could see this whole thing falling down immediately because they got a big.
And at that point, you got to release him mid-season because you don't want to take it.
Well, and the other thing is the games that you thought, okay, the very few games they have that you thought were breathers, like Kentucky, like Mississippi State. Well, Kentucky just gave Ole Miss all they want. Mississippi State beat Arizona State.
And Shapen can play. I'm telling you, the quarterback in Mississippi State, if he's healthy, they can be a little dangerous. So, I don't think Billy Napier survives this year, but I think they'll fight hard Saturday.
Yeah.
Against LSU.
They got one last fight in them.
It's circle the wagons time, man. It's last ride. Let's get into, speaking of last, our last scores on the fours for tonight is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Luke, give us the 1A top 10 again.
Number 1, Wadley, they win in a forfeit 1-0. Number 2, Leroy, they defeat Sweetwater 40-13. It was number 3, Maplesville 48, Notasoga nothing. Number 4, McKenzie 50, Georgiana 7. Number 5, Hackleburg 52, Waterloo 6. Number 6, Barry, they get blown out by Hubbardsville 44-12. Number 7, Addison 66, Cherokee nothing. Number 8, Winterboro, they win by a touchdown over Fayetteville 28-21. Number 9, Spring Garden, they drop a game to Woodville for the first time ever for Woodville to defeat a ranked team 41-26. And number 10, Red Level loses at Brantley 36-20.
Scores on the fours is brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Thanks to them, as well as the Alabama Community College System, Southeastern Land Group, Russell Dewitt Centers, Jacksonville State University, Southern Union State Community College, the Alabama Department of Transportation, and all of our Central Alabama Community College, and all of our great sponsors here on the AHSAA Radio Network. Couldn't do it without you, and we appreciate you letting us come on out and give the scores and the highlights every week. That's going to do it for this week. Next week, region play continues, and we have more fun on the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Have a great weekend. See you next Friday.
Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give a real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt?
Coke Zero!
Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste!
0 calories!
I wish that people got less excited about celebrities and more excited about people like teachers and firemen. You know, folks who make a difference every day. Well, I bet you had a favorite teacher or a family member who was helped by a first responder. Life Insurance offers these everyday heroes a little something extra, like discounts to help those who help others.
If you're a teacher, preacher, first responder, active military, a state or federal employee, see what Alpha can do for you.
Encore Sports Medicine.
Hey,
Hey,
what are you doing?
just marking off this area here with cones so we can repair the storm damage.
Why?
So no one gets near the down power lines.
Why?
Because down power lines can be dangerous if you touch them. But it's okay, it's okay. That's what we're here for.
Why?
To keep you safe, so you can, walk Fido there.
Her name is Princess Buttercup.
Buttercup, okay.
Work. A strong word. Together with force, it's something pretty powerful. Our workforce keeps Alabama growing. So, where does it come from? Your Alabama community colleges. Quality classroom learning, hands-on, real job training, all across Alabama. Building enormous ships down south, blasting into space up north. And in between, all the jobs that move us forward. Alabama's community colleges. Alabama's largest training network.
Thanks for joining us on the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, presented by the Alabama Community College System, Jacksonville State University, Central Alabama Community College, Southeastern Land Group, Russell Dewitt Centers, the Alabama Department of Transportation, Southern Union State Community College, and the Alabama National Guard. It's the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. From the AHSAA Radio Network,